Civilization or Barbarism, an authentic anthropology by Dr. Cheikh Anta. If a Heliacal rising took place in AD 139, it can be deduced that others, separated by a period of 1,460 years, had taken place in the 1318 through 1321 BCE through 2778 through 2781 and 4,238 through 4,241. These dates have been obtained thanks to the double dates and the knowledge of the curve of Sirius. The choice of the Heliacal rising as an astronomical point of reference for absolute chronology has nothing to do with the specific marking of the beginning of the flooding, for the simple reason that in 4236 BCE, when the calendar was invented, the Heliacal rising took place beyond the flooding season, and thus could not announce it. Those who support this idea are disparagers who would like to reduce the Egyptian sidereal calendar to the level of an agrarian routine. They are also followers of the short chronology, who placed the invention of the calendar in 2778 BCE instead of 4236 BCE, which corresponds to the long chronology, the most ancient date in history, Meyer. They use the fact that the most ancient double dated cited by the Egyptian documents that has come down to us is the feast that took place in the year 7 of the reign of Sesostris III, or between 1885 and 1882 BCE. It is known today that the hypothesis of the short chronology is absurd and indefensible for several reasons. In fact, if the calendar had been invented in 2778, the event would have coincided with the reign of Zoser, the first king of the third dynasty. This invention would have very probably been the work of the versatile scholar Imhotep. Yes, the architect of Zoser, deified by tradition and by the Greeks in particular. This singularly brilliant invention of a sidereal calendar would have been associated with his legend by tradition. On the other hand, this event would have taken place in the middle of an historic epic. History would have preserved for us at least one allusion on the subject. Finally, on a tablet of ivory in a tomb of the first dynasty, 3300 BCE, at Abydos, Sirius is saluted as the star that opens the new year and brings flooding. This shows clearly that the sidereal calendar was already in use, and consequently, the date of 4236 appears to be a certainty. We'll pause right here and continue back with civilization or barbarism. We're in chapter 16, moving through. Hi, Harlan.